What is going on, my Super Sandwiches? Robstar here, and today I'm joined by Dragon Ball Nation. It's been a while since we did a video, but I had to do a part 2 response, bring him back, because a couple weeks ago he did a video talking about, what was the topic exactly?
It was going off of the 10% line that Beerus had used against Vegeta. He said, like, you know, this is the first time I ever used my 10%, stuff like that, which, I mean, the video was kind of all based off math, and I made that pretty clear in the video, but a lot of people did get a little out of hand in it. Math and Dragon Ball never go together very well.
No, and power levels are bullshit. But he kind of basically said that GT villains in a way should be stronger than characters in Dragon Ball Super, specifically people like Beerus. So I kind of want to bring back, if there's a little debate, we're specifically going to go off of Omega Shenron versus Beerus. And if you want to watch the original video, I will link it in the description below. So go over there, check it out, comment over there as well, and then come back to this one so you guys have a better idea what's going on. But why don't you go ahead and state your case to why you believe Omega Shenron is stronger than Beerus?
Okay, well, there's a lot of factors here, and I'll try to give it the most brief way possible. Basically, Goku in GT, when he was fighting General Rildo in his base form, Goku said that Rildo was even more powerful than Majin Buu, and Goku was pretty much beating Rildo in his base, so that would put Goku, we don't know what form Buu he was talking about, I'm just going to assume Kid Buu, so that kind of leads many fans to believe that Goku's base is equal to a Super Saiyan 3 from the Buu saga. Then you put all the multipliers from Super Saiyan on, which the last official one, which fans would say is Super Saiyan 3 multiplier, which is 400 times base. So that puts that GT Goku as Super Saiyan 3, 400 times stronger than the Buu saga one. And then people say Super Saiyan 4 is 10 times Super Saiyan 3, which there's no official one of that. It may even be more, but many fans just accept that Super Saiyan 4 Goku is 4,000 times stronger than the Buu saga Super Saiyan 3. We don't know how strong Goku is in Battle of Gods. It's very, very difficult to pinpoint, and there's really no evidence to say where he would be at. But just based off of that number, I can't see how Beerus himself would be 4,000 times strength to Goku. And then you put on top of Omega Shenron, who was demolishing Super Saiyan 4 Goku. It's just really crazy. But the thing is when you look at GT, I don't like trying to use feats with GT because there's nothing impressive in GT. Goku was impressed when Omega Shenron blew up a city, and that's something that Nappa in the beginning of Z did. So I just think by numbers, which again, numbers in Dragon Ball is something that a lot of people don't like to mix, but just based on numbers and power scaling, I just feel like Omega Shenron should be a lot stronger than Beerus based off of that stuff.
Okay, and the way we're going to do this is I'm about to give you my counter argument, and everybody that's watching this, feel free to decide on whichever side you want to be on, whether you're on Omega Shenron side or Beerus' side. And if you want to vote who you think is better, either hashtag Beerus or hashtag Shenron in the comment section below. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to give you my points, my counter to what you just said, and I want to see what you think about that. And after that, we'll just basically leave this discussion to the people. So my first point I want to counter, this hasn't been covered yet. It's been covered briefly in the manga, and it's going to be covered in the next episode of Dragon Ball Super. But both Goku and Beerus' fight gets so intense, and this is not really a spoiler. Don't worry about it. It's not really a spoiler. Just putting it out there right now. Goku's fight with Beerus gets so intense that it puts the entire universe at risk. Now, it's kind of hard to use as a counter argument to that because we don't really know what exactly this means. But the fight had to be stopped, otherwise the entire universe could have been destroyed just off the sheer power of these two powers clashing. Now, going back to Dragon Ball GT, there was never a fight where something like that was brought up. There was never a point where it's like, oh my god, you know, this galaxy can blow up, this universe can blow up, this planet can blow up just because it's fight alone. There's never really a point or a fight like that in GT. So that's the first point I want to toss out. The next one I want to toss out is going back to the whole power scaling. Beerus chopped Goku as a Super Saiyan 3 in the neck. Just barely tapped him, essentially. Flicked him, you can say. And he ended up knocking him out. So that shows you that Beerus is a lot stronger than Goku. Can we say he's 4,000 times stronger? I really don't know, because again, we can't really toss out numbers, power levels of bullshit and all that stuff. But we know that when you compare the original Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the end of Z compared to Beerus, it's a huge difference. The next one I want to kind of toss out there, and I'm curious, I want to know your response to this right now. We can say that, what's it called? The dragons, or Omega Shenron, is kind of a product of Shenron himself. Shenron was scared of Beerus. Like, he knows who Beerus is. So, do you want to actually counter to that?
I did a video on it, but I do not agree with the notion that a lot of people think that Omega Shenron and Shenron have the same strength. Because
they don't.
Right.
They definitely don't.
They definitely do not, because Omega Shenron came from the Black Smoke Dragon, which is very different, and that would kind of be saying that all of the Shadow Dragons would essentially have the same strength, which they clearly did not.
They did not. I agree that those dragons are a lot stronger, but since in a way it's kind of the source, and if Shenron is scared of Beerus, there should be some kind of level of fear as well for Omega Shenron and the Shadow Dragons as well. But then again, that's also just pure theory. We can't really confirm this ever. It's just kind of tossing it out there. The next one I want to bring up is both Goku and, well, not both Goku and Vegeta, but Goku himself in both the movie and Dragon Ball Super has said that even fusion will not be enough to fight Beerus. And as strong as they get, if they're fused, they still wouldn't be able to beat Beerus, which shows you, again, the big level of difference in power. And the final one is, in Resurrection F, we says if Goku and Vegeta as Super Saiyan God Super Saiyans were to team up against Beerus, they still most likely wouldn't win. So again, that just shows you just how much of a level Beerus is compared to any other villains that exist in the Dragon Ball universe. So what do you think about all those points?
Well, I want to just touch on the last point made about fusion. The whole thing about that is, even though he did say fusion would not give him a chance, and at least from Battle of Gods standpoint, 'cause that's the only one that's finished right now, Super's still going on, at least from that standpoint, and honestly, Super Saiyan God did not give him much of a chance against Beerus either, did it? To be quite honest.
In Battle of Gods, no.
In Battle of Gods, we still have to see what happens in Super, and as I said, Omega Shenron's a lot stronger than Super Saiyan 4 because they had to use fusion to beat him. Him and Vegeta teaming up as Super Saiyan 4s wasn't even close to enough. And going off of some more power scaling stuff earlier on in the series and the Baby Saga, Goku was fighting I believe it was the second form of Baby before he had transformed. Well, it was when it was just Vegeta with white hair. Super Saiyan 3 Goku was fighting him before he got his tail back, and that Vegeta was demolishing a Super Saiyan 3 Goku from GT. And when he got his tail, he had gotten stronger. That final form, Baby Vegeta, was just twirling Goku around effortlessly. And I kind of take that, and then when he transforms Super Saiyan 4, he's then not even able to get damaged by Baby. He's just demolishing Baby, and I think the jump in power there, to me, is just more impressive than the jump from Super Saiyan 3 Goku in Battle of Gods and Super to Super Saiyan God. But that's all speculative and opinion-based. Going off power scaling, but then I just kind of add that little jump on with, the time gap power boost. It's all very confusing number stuff. But yeah, that's kind of just how I feel about that. But the one thing that I can't exactly argue with is that thing you mentioned that was in the chapter about the whole universe shaking.
That's actually the next.
GT just has terrible feats. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
It does not have. I can only do it by power scaling. GT's feats just aren't impressive. Like I said, Goku was impressed that Omega Shenron could blow up a city, which is something that Nappa did. Goku had to use a ton of energy to push a building in GT. It's just not impressive.
What I was going to also say before we end this is Beerus is supposed to be the god of Universe 7. He's supposed to be literally the most powerful being in the universe as well. So just off of that title alone, it's another reason to believe why I don't think Shenron could beat him. But one thing else I was going to do is Shenron got defeated by the Universe Spirit Bomb.
Right.
Yeah. I have to just double check because it's been a while since I watched GT. Again, I feel like the Universe Spirit Bomb still wouldn't be able to destroy Beerus as well. I feel like Beerus, although it could be, you could argue that he could match it, I feel like Beerus could ultimately stop the Universe Spirit Bomb just because he's supposed to be the thing that's like the balance in the universe. He's supposed to be the thing that just doesn't get defeated. He's never going to defeat it, in my opinion, and I feel like in Dragon Ball Super, we're never going to see him leave just because you can't have a universe without that god. It's like you have Supreme Kai for the good side, and then for like the bad side, you got Beerus. And I just feel like because of that title alone, that's another reason to believe that it could be a good fight. But at the same time, I feel like if Beerus wanted to, he can just go 100% and just destroy pretty much any villain or even good guy in the entire Dragon Ball universe. Which we kind of saw that in the last episode. Although I wouldn't say he destroyed him, he just kind of toyed around with Goku and just made him actually want to fight for real. But I just feel like Beerus he's just not written to the point where he's supposed to be defeated.
Right.
That's the last point I want to toss.
Right. Yeah, he's definitely written to be all powerful. That is definitely.
Which is bullshit.
Definitely.
I gotta say, Toriyama, that is some bullshit. That's literally some Superman shit. But whatever. I'm a big fan of Beerus. He's my favorite character.
I love Beerus as well. A lot of people think
Yeah.
I hate Beerus and these super characters because I said the GT characters are strong. I like Battle of Gods much better than GT. GT is an average series, but I do like some of the characters. But I just truly think that based off of scaling, that they should be stronger. But I don't think there's definitive evidence for either side to end the debate as of now. Otherwise, I really wouldn't be debating it.
Yeah. So I guess we'll just turn it up to you guys. Do you guys think hate aside from GT, because I know a lot of people don't like GT. Just character-wise, do you think Omega Shenron is stronger than Beerus? Why or why not? Let us know in the comment section below. Is there anything else you want to say before we end this?
No, nothing else.
Alright, so check out Josh in the description below, and I guess let us know your thoughts. Hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and I guess we'll see all you awesome Super Saiyans in the comment section below. Peace.